Good morning, YouTube. I'm Zachary Fowler, and we're talking about this week's video, best trap ever. Awesome video I made. Talking about the figure 4 versus the Paiute deadfall versus the traditional figure 4. What a fun time this was to film, and a painful time. If you see right there, those traps are nasty, especially that Paiute deadfall. What a pain in the neck that thing is to set. And holy cow, you guys, have you guys seen what's going on my YouTube channel? Unbelievable. I just went over 1 million views. I've almost like 7,000 new subscribers in the last couple of days. Every single one of the videos in the 87 days series has gotten over like 10,000 new views in just the last week, and some are up to 100,000 views. Just like from 10,000 to 100,000 in 1 week. It's unreal. All thanks to you guys that are watching. Thank you so much for your long watch times and watching multiple videos in a row at a time, because YouTube saw that and it said that that I'm doing a good job, and so they've just like put my videos in front of thousands of more people, and I'm getting like 20,000 views, every couple hours. They're just reintroducing my videos to everybody, and it's blowing up. I can't keep up with the comments. I'll try to be more fastidious about replying to the comments on each of the new videos when they come out. I just got overwhelmed this week looking at all the comments. It was unreal. I can't remember how many comments I had. It was like 10,000 or something, and I was like, I'm lucky if I can get through 100, in a week. It's so many comments. Unreal. But this week's 87-day video is pretty awesome. I'm so psyched. It was the trap that I wanted to make out there on the show. The trap that I made at the boot camp that got me on the show was a variant of a figure 4 that I learned from an old book. And so when I made this week's video, I did that trap, I did the Paiute deadfall, and I did a traditional figure 4, and I kind of did like a versus thing with them, and it turned out pretty good, and a little painful for my my hand there. It caught me underneath this big rock. So yeah, I mean, I'm gonna hit publish on it in a second. If you guys have any questions for me, hit me up now, because this week has been unreal. The channel is just, YouTube's promoting my videos like through the roof. They just, I won't be able to keep up with the comments anymore. I'll have to think of a new structure this week. Like maybe in the next 24 hours, I'll try to get in and answer all the comments on today's video. And maybe I could do that once a week on just the 87 days video. Because like, if I get out 3 videos a week and I'm trying to answer 400 comments on every video, I mean, they're not that many just yet. But I mean, it's unreal how many comments and stuff's been coming through. The views went through the roof this week. Like 500,000 views almost just this week on my videos. And you guys who haven't noticed yet, make sure you get over to Fowler's Makery and Mischief website there until Monday, through Monday. Tuesday will be 20% off everything on the website. I got the custom, hold on. I got custom Scout Slingshots in Fowler Orange there now. So I'm going to hit publish right now and stop wasting your time with the chitter chatter. At public and publish. So it's up now. It should take, I don't know, 3 or 4 minutes, and you can see the this week's video. I called it Primitive Deadfall Trap versus the Figure 4 Deadfall Trap, and it's a bit more than that because it's an old design that I found in a book, like an older Figure 4 design that I ended up, combining that with the more modern or the one that you see all the time, until I had like the most deadly trap, and that was the one that got me accepted when I was at the boot camp there. So check it out, guys, and thanks so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for your those of you that watch the videos all the way through, that's coming into the live streams, and the comments, and the thumbs ups and the likes and stuff, because YouTube saw that and it said that I was, you guys thought I was doing a good job, and just blew my channel up, just resharing all my videos with everybody again. It's just, it's not even, I don't know when it's going to stop or if it's going to stop. It's just going, the views, 500,000 just this week. It's ridiculous. Didn't know there's a new one. Again, watching. And check out the website for special holiday deals. I'm going to try and do some videos coming up next week here about best things to buy men for Christmas. I think that'll be fun. I did a little spoof video I filmed with my dad where they were here for Thanksgiving, and of him opening presents of ridiculous stuff. I made him wear these footy socks with the toes sticking out and all this stuff, looking just ridiculous, like Dad's getting these horrible Christmas presents, and then he opens some stuff from my website and he's like, oh no, I'm happy. So we're having a little fun with that this week, hopefully get that out, some Christmas recommendation videos. Survival Frog, I can tell you right off the bat, Survival Frog is a survival gear website, and they got some great stuff for like low prices, where you can get like a survival bracelet with a fire starter and stuff like that. I think it's only like $14. It doesn't have all the crazy gear and isn't like lifetime warranty and reliable like this one from WAZOO that I sell on my website. But for $14, it's a great thing for your teenager. Get him that. So he has got a fire starter on his bracelet, a compass, and stuff like that. And I might even have some fish hooks and fishing line inside of it. So Survival Frog. And there's a couple other things that are going on that I want to recommend to you guys for Christmas presents if you're interested. And I'll get somebody this Christmas something that they will actually remember. I mean, how many times have you gotten stuff for Christmas and you're like, what was it that I got last year? And you can do that by getting one of these slingshots and Fowler horns. I'm just kidding. But not really. Yeah, I haven't made the Strike Anywhere matches video. I'm going to try to do that this week. So, I did do some of the filming and stuff like that. I'm going to finish it off with, instead of just making the matches, because I felt like the video was ending up too short that way, I'm going to make some dipping them so they become like protected. So I'm going to replace these ones in my hat with dipped ones that'll be like permanent Strike Anywhere matches that I can have in my hat and just be like, boom, and they're good to go. So that's going to be cool. And I saw this great video this week. I don't know if you guys have seen it. Somebody made little rockets with Strike Anywhere matches, or any matches. And they take the heads and put them in foil and made this little mini rocket launcher with a nail. It was the neatest thing. So, check out today's 87-day video. Primitive Trap Showdown. The Paiute Deadfall versus the traditional figure 4 versus the figure 4 that I've kind of put together from all the other traps I've seen. I think the most lethal trap that you could have in your arsenal. Unfortunately, I lost you guys there for a second. And yeah, can't try it on animals, but I did try it on some pumpkins and stuff. You know how much I have it in for the pumpkins. So they took a beating this week in the video. A couple of them, as well as my hand there. That Paiute Deadfall is hard to set. Yeah, the match video will be cool. And I lit a couple matches with my slingshot this week, but they didn't stay hanging when I hit them with my slingshot. So at 33 feet, I've managed to light a match, and I hit the head of a match twice, and the heads went flying off and flaming across the room. But it doesn't look perfect on video, so I'm not going to have the match lighting video just yet until I get that one where I hit it. The match head stays on the match because I've done such a perfect pass that it lights it up. So there's going to be a match lighting video coming soon here with me lighting a match at 33 feet. So check out the video, check out the website for deals to through Tuesday at 4 a.m. I'll keep up that 20% off. And the shovels are out of stock on the website, but I will be replacing those as soon as I can get some in. And I'll put the discount on those all the way up till Christmas. And if you're ordering stuff for Christmas, they don't. If you want to be there on time for Christmas, don't order it up until a week before Christmas. But first, and I think that pretty much covers it. What is the coolest thing I've made? Probably my shelter out there on Alone. I mean, there's a lot of things that I think are pretty darn cool. You know, I was thinking about making a video on it. I made, the first thing that I made that was the coolest thing I ever made, that sticks in my mind, is when I was in grade school, there was a pop lid that was a black pop lid that you get, and you take the eraser out the end, and the ends usually had like a neon bit that goes in the back of it, and you push down on that in the eraser, and I rip that thing apart, and I take a Bic pen, and I take that bit of the back of the pop lid, and I snap that in half so it was about that long, you stick it down into the Bic pen, and I put a rubber band around the end of that pop lid piece, and you pull that back, and that locks in to the ink cartridge of the Bic pen, and you could tap that thing, and it would shoot like a dart, like so fast. It would just, in all of my classrooms, probably to this day, somewhere maybe at Lincoln Elementary in Vermont, in my classroom where I sat, there would be like 3 or 4 of those ink cartridges, because the ceilings are like 16 feet tall, in that styrofoam ceiling from that dart gun that I turned my pen and my pop lead pen into. And I used to sell those to the other kids at school. I'd modify the pop leads that they'd provide me, and I'd trade lunch money and snacks that I didn't get in my lunches for weaponized pens. So if I find an old pop lead like that again, maybe I'll make a video on it and talk about the first weapon I ever made. You know, weaponized pen. Survival school coming soon. Not that I know of. I mean, the videos take so much work to keep up with and stuff. I don't think I'll do any sort of I mean, I want to turn the land into a bit of a survival school like Dan and stuff, and I think I might do some groups here and there, like 4 times a year for like maybe Boy Scouts or something like that, maybe. But it's like, if I get into that, then that's like a huge process and everything. It's a very big thing to get involved with, and the videos consume a lot of my time making the YouTube videos. And if I keep up with them, YouTube promotes it, it goes well, I can, it means I can continue to make more of them and more fun ones. Like, I got some great stuff that I want to do, and I just gotta find the time to do it. I got some more McFowler ones, like shooting a fly out of the air with a grain of salt, and I've tried it out. It works good. I just, like, filming it is very, very hard. I bought a macro lens so I could film myself making my improvised slingshot and putting the grain of salt into it and shooting the fly out of there. Like, the first time I tried to film it, it didn't work so well. So I'm gonna do that at some point, and it's just gonna take a lot more filming and a lot more tries to catch it. Not to shoot the fly out of there, I can do that, but like to shoot the fly out of the air and catch it on camera, right, so that you can actually see that that's what I'm doing. So fireplace you had in the yurt. The new shelter, I've been cutting a lot of materials. This week I should be able to get the new shelter done in the 87 Days series, or the roof on, and get her buttoned up. I've gotten all the materials up there for that. Cut the door opening and get the walls on, and install the fireplace, and that's maybe next week's video will be or the week after that. Next week's video will be getting it done and spending a night in it, and the week after that maybe I'll be cooking Christmas dinner in it or something like that. It'll be pretty cool. Yeah, school, it'll be really fun to do. I love working with kids. I love doing that stuff. I need what I need to do is finish what I'm doing with YouTube so that it's running well, and then and build a team so that they can take some of the burden of editing and putting all these videos, so I can make more content and have it end up reliably on there where it doesn't take up so much of my time. So, and that's kind of the plan, is to build a team, and then I'll be able to take the time to build a team that would help me out there with teaching some classes and stuff as well. Somebody that would be a partner with me and be there to, you know, help me develop the land from what it was before into something that's more fun up there, and more like to finish off the platform that I have up there into a crafting space that we could on rainy days be able to hang out in. I love blacksmithing. I love playing around with it. That's what I want to do to the land, is get a lot of that turned around up there so that it's like I got a little blacksmithing place with a big like Viking house built with like post and beam, you know, that's kind of open and like 3 giant doors, but you know, it has a big fire pit inside and has some like crafting areas with draw knife benches and things. But I know that's a ways down the road. I need to focus on the YouTube until I reach a terminal velocity, as it were, which is almost what's happening right now. 500,000 views just this last week, and just all the videos just from the 8070s, you know, series blowing up. Any collaborations on Slingbow videos and Slingshot channel? No, nothing with the Slingshot channel and things like that. Or collaborations just yet. Drop Forge Survival and I are going to be doing some stuff, as well as the Wooded Beardsman, and we're going to be doing a kind of like a multiple channel collaboration thing going on with some crazy Christmas present trade-off of survival kits, ridiculous. Primitive ice fishing for sure. I got some of these awesome things. Where is it? Sent to me. That I gotta, you know, this is another thing I'm going to be recommending to you guys for Christmas time. You guys should, I believe you can find them right on the Amazon as speed hooks. These things are the coolest little things. I thought that they sent me. They put them in all the military kits. If I can even show it to you guys now, it's all tangled. It's called a speed hook. If you haven't seen it before, it is so cool. Basically, look at that. All right, super tangled, but I think I can still show you the premise of it. So basically, this thing goes like this. Let's see if I can hook myself on live video here. So this thing bends together like that, right? And yeah, I'm definitely going to hook myself on live camera here. So it hooks together like this, and the hook is hanging down here, and this thing's bent in a hoop, and this is your fishing line here. It's just tangled around all this mess right now. And when the fish pulls on the hook down here, this thing springs open, and boom, and it yanks that hook and sets it. It is the coolest little jig, and it's designed right now, set up for small minnows, and it goes in the military survival kits. And I believe you can just get them right on Amazon as I believe it's called called a speed hook. And so I'm gonna play around with that some, maybe even do some videos for them. And so there's all kinds of new adventures. This week has been insane with the people asking me to do stuff because they're seeing my channel blow up, and they all want me to play with their survival gear. Drop Forge Survival is sending me a survival kit that he's releasing to try out and go through all of it and do a review of it and play with the stuff. Primitive tools. I'm not too into primitive tools, honestly. Like I you know, it's like, but that is a good point. That is a good point. I should do a video in the 87 days video series called I lost all my 10 items, you know? And maybe I'll just do it that way. Instead of getting into it in a whole series of videos, I'll do one that at some point that's just like, we'll just pretend like, say I lost it all, you know, where do we go from here? You know, what do you do to replace your knife? What do you do to replace your saw? How do you continue to keep warm? Can you continue to keep warm? Especially if I was in Patagonia and I lost all my stuff, could I have kept going? You know, how much stuff could I have survived without? I know with just my shovel and my fire starter, I could have done it. But losing those two things, you know, actually, I don't even know if I could have done it with just my shovel and fire starter without the fishing line and hooks. So fishing line and hooks and the shovel and the fire starter, I think it would have been doable. But beyond that, I don't know. So maybe we'll do a video in the 87 Days series, you know, go completely primitive for one episode. That guy in Primitive Technologies, he's nuts. Thank you. Yeah, the speed hooks are really cool, and I want to do a couple videos because like this is the neat little thing, and so it could do so much more too. You know, you could use this to snare, set off a snare for a squirrel snare. You could use this to set off a figure 4 trap or a deadfall, so it's much more sensitive. So I want to combine this with some other more primitive things, as this is a way of boosting their lethality or their quickness, the snappiness of the trigger system. I think that would make for a really interesting video. I have so much fun with that. I have so many ideas that I just a thought of recently since they sent it to me like 5 days ago. I don't do much napping because there isn't any materials here. I'd have to order a pile of materials to do some napping. I've made a couple little arrowheads and things, and I'm no way an expert at it or even spent enough time at it because with the kids, you know, a pile of napping stuff napped all over the ground is like shards of glass everywhere. So I haven't gotten into it. Anybody wants to send me any flint for doing some napping videos, you're welcome to go on the website and through the my address there, my P.O. Box 642, send me a pile of flint and I'll do a napping video. And so yeah, check out today's 87 Days video. Primitive traps, figure 4 versus Paiute deadfall versus the traditional figure 4. That's the one I talk about in here is the best trap ever. The one that I think is the most lethal and the most important one to ever have in your arsenal. The easiest to make, the most efficient, something that you can make in a pile of them so that you have all three pieces, and then you go out there and they'd all universally work together so you could set up a trapping run in the quickest, easiest manner possible, all baited and ready to go, and it would be this trap. So I'm gonna say goodbye to you guys for this morning. I've got to get the littles and get ready and get off to church this morning. So thanks for watching, and thanks for the views, guys, so much, and the long watch times, because it made YouTube say, hey, there's something here we haven't been sharing with enough people, and boom, like 7,000 new subs over this last week and 2 weeks, and 500,000 views. Unreal, the growth that's happening. It's I put in the time, did the work, you know, just like out there in Patagonia, I put in the time, did the work, and it pays off. And just thank you guys so much. Thank you so much for all your views. Thank you for all your comments. Thanks you for always chiming, tuning in. Thank you guys. Thank you. Have a good one. I'll see you guys next time. Fowler out.